the audience of Patrick Bet-David are not falling for it. Why didn't Patrick Bet-David ask her about it when she said it? Why is the team so quickly to say she misspoke? She lost her kids meant she lost her kids. It's not the internet. Direct grammatical meaning meant she lost her kids. Why can't we just believe that she meant what she said? She wasn't challenged. In fact, when Paulina Luna went out on social media the next day to try and like correct the record, all she said was, I wasn't supposed to say that. Erika Kirk definitely has full custody of her children, okay? I know there's been some online rumors, some people, you know, these crazy Twitter people, Congresswoman Paulina Luna came out and said that she didn't have her kids. Yeah, if you didn't hear that, take a listen to this.
If that makes sense, because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House. And
at the end of the day, she lost her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House. And like, you know, like totally. But like on this show, we're like totally saying that the truth is she totally like has full custody of her kids. Jeffrey Epstein unalived himself. 9/11, the towers fell, you know, as a result of the planes, nothing else. JFK, there was one shooter. It was Lee Harvey Oswald. RFK, even though there was more bullets that were fired at RFK than were in the gun of Sirhan Sirhan, it was clearly only Sirhan Sirhan that was responsible. Yeah, right, guys. So that's what she said. Now, what's so odd about this is that people are kind of going into panic mode right now. They're going into panic mode. Now, you heard very clearly right there. She said she lost her kids. I was just with her at the White House. She lost her kids. And while there's no like official confirmation that she lost her kids, despite the fact that we have Congresswoman Paulina Luna, who used to be a MAGA model, MAGA swimsuit model, we now have Patrick Bet-David, whose podcast she was on, trying to come out and debunk or like explain away what she really meant. Take a look at this. So this is yesterday we covered what Paulina Luna said. Now we have Patrick Bet-David, who's going into full freakout mode, trying to explain it all away.
Let me show you what clip was going viral yesterday. Paulina Luna, my phone is blowing up. Did you hear? Is this true that Paulina Luna said on your podcast that Erika Kirk lost her kids? Did you guys see this clip? No. By the way, tens of millions of views. So watch this clip.
By the way, tens of millions of views. You would not believe it. It's almost as if she really said it, but she didn't really say it. Play the clip. Okay.
Go ahead, Rob.
I don't think that she at all had any connection to that. When I see that, it's like you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just...
She totally didn't say that, Rob. Play the clip again. She totally didn't say that, Rob. We're going to go take over Iran. And maybe we'll find Erika Kirk's kids there. She totally didn't say that. Bro, he was literally in the subtitles on their own short. Look at the subtitles. Look at the subtitles right here. It literally says she lost her kids.
Makes sense, because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House, and she lost her kids. Yeah, that's right. Anyone.
She misspoke. No, she misspoke. She meant she lost her kid's husband.
Of course, I know.
No. She misspoke. She lost her kid's husband. No. What do you mean she misspoke? She said she lost her kids. How does that equate to saying she lost her kids' husband? What? She's a congresswoman. She's like overseeing the House Committee on 9/11, JFK files, Epstein files. Like, is this the type of person that we think is misspeaking left and right and saying things she doesn't really mean to say?
Jack Posobiec at Piers Morgan Show. Jack confirm Erika lost her kids. Look IT up.
Oh, just wait. We're going to get there. But first we have to watch these people say that even though the subtitles literally say on their own video that she did, in fact, utter the word, she lost her kids. That's not actually what she said. You're going crazy. The internet's crazy. They just take everything out of context. Look at the subtitles.
Lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House, and she
lost her kids.
Yeah, that's
right.
Anyone.
She misspoke. No, she misspoke. She meant she lost her kid's husband.
Of course, I know she misspoke. What I'm trying to tell you is the internet goes and takes this and says Erika Kirk lost her kids.
Yeah. Because that's what she said. the internet takes this and runs with it and does this, that, and the third, because the internet saw the subtitles on your own video where the congresswoman said she lost her kids.
I know,
That's
those
what
are
happened.
morons.
Let me show you what clip.
That's called gaslighting. And frankly, the audience of Patrick Bet-David are not falling for it. Why didn't Patrick Bet-David ask her about it when she said it? Why is the team so quickly to say she misspoke? She lost her kids meant she lost her kids. It's not the internet. Direct grammatical meaning meant she lost her kids. Why can't we just believe that she meant what she said? She wasn't challenged. In fact, when Anna Paulina Luna went out on social media the next day to try and correct the record, all she said was, I wasn't supposed to say that. She didn't say, no, Erika Kirk does have her kids, totally, blah, blah, blah. All she said was oh yeah, I fucked up. We can't edit it because it's a live stream. I showed you the clip yesterday. No, sir, she's telling us the truth. She must be referring to all of the kids Erika lost in Romania, allegedly. She misspoke until she talked about the man that supposedly killed Charlie Kirk.
Clip was going viral.
Okay. Now, we don't just have that clip. Someone unearthed an old clip from the day after the tragedy at Utah Valley University in which Jack Posobiec says something very odd. Jack Posobiec, by the way, former U.S. intelligence officer. He did a bunch of anti-China work for he is, once a Fed, always a Fed. So Jack Posobiec is some Polish Fed doing anti-China propaganda, trying to, manipulate the American public that they need to send their sons and daughters to go fight in a war and die in a war against China. And somehow this slimy little weasel has finagled himself into the Trump administration. This is him speaking the day after Charlie Kirk was unalived. Listen to what he says about Erika Kirk's kids.
Erika, who's been standing strong for her family, for her children, she will never be able to grow old with Charlie. She will never be able to be with them again, have more children, to have grandchildren, to have those memories, to raise them. She will never be able to be with them again, to have grandchildren, to have those memories, to raise them.
Now, I'll just say, I'm not fully sold on that clip because I think, given the recent comments from Anna Paulina, it's not really a good look. But I think what he's saying here is that she'll never be able to be with all of them again, as a cohesive family unit. She'll never be able to. What did he say about raising them?
To raise them.
To raise them, I think he's talking about as a cohesive family unit. But, make of that what you will. I see a lot of people making a stink about this clip in particular online, but I could also see the flip side argument that maybe he's talking as a family, as a mother and father, all of them he's referring to together. I'm not sure. I don't have any sympathy for Jack Posobiec. I actually hate that guy. And I actually challenged him to a fight one time in Florida at some political event. I forget. He said something to me first, and then I called him a bitch, and then he walked away. But so I actually hate this guy, but I do actually think that maybe this is maybe there's a misunderstanding. I don't know. Could also be that he knows something that we don't. I know he's close to these people, so it could be that. I don't know. Anyways, you've heard me mention the Romania thing a few times. If you don't know what's going on with that, take a listen to my good friend Eddie Leaguer Smith, who discussed this yesterday. He did a full live stream on Midwestern Marks. Everyone should go follow that account if you haven't yet. He did a full live stream right here talking about the Romania case, but here's a shortened version of it if you haven't heard about it. Maybe we'll cover it in detail at some point.
Did you know that Erika Kirk launched an orphanage in Romania when she was just 17 years old in conjunction with the U.S. Marine Corps? Or that her orphanage was in the same area as a NATO Air Force base that was accused in the Romanian media of trafficking humans, including minors? Or that the man accused of spearheading this trafficking ring is mentioned and thanked by name in the orphanage's promotional material? Because I just learned all of this today, and it is interesting.
I believe that we all have angels in our lives, And these are my little angels from Antonio Placement Center in Constanța, Romania. Our goal with the Romanian Angels Project was to show these children the true American heart during the holiday season. And what better way to do that than having our United States military personally deliver the gifts?
Based on what I've read in Romanian media, pretty much anything would have been better than bringing these kids around the US military. But then again, maybe that is the best way to show them the true American heart, as she says. What the hell is going on here? If you want to find out, check out a full investigation on my YouTube channel, Midwestern Marks, which...
Yeah, so he did a full investigation. Go check it out. I don't know, like, I just imagine Erika Kirk one day, she's going to be running for, like, Senate or president or something, and some journalist is going to ask her about the Romania orphanage scandal, and she's going to be like, you know, everyone in high school makes mistakes. I was 17, and just like every other 17-year-old I knew I made mistakes too. I had friends going out to parties getting drunk. I had friends crashing the car they got for their birthday. I had, friends who snuck out without their parents' knowledge in the middle of the night to go and hang out with their friends. Me, I had my mistakes too. I co-founded an orphanage at the age of 17 in Constanța, Romania, which turned out to turn into a child trafficking center for children all across the world. I'm not proud of what I did when I was in high school, but I was a high schooler, and we all make mistakes. I just imagine some shit like that. She's going to be running for president. J.D. Vance will be the first lady, and Erika Kirk will be running for president. And I don't know. So that's like my schizo prediction for the future. Who knows? Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.